Hey, yo, what up? Welcome back. This is not a podcast. It's just my thoughts with Rob Markman. Thank you for joining me. Like, subscribe, comment, do all of that. We got some more Drake news today. Because what would any self-respecting hip-hop YouTube channel or platform, social media platform, whatever, be without some Drake news? At least once a week, right? I laugh and joke about that, but it is the actual truth. We can see it in what even the audience shows up for, right? And what gets the most engagement. So, look, some sexy songs for you was out. Charting, battling positions. I think I'm not even sure. I'm not even being facetious. I think it's at like number 2 or 3 this week. I think it might be number 2. I haven't really checked. Y'all know I told you I'm not the numbers guy. I know that GNX landed at number 1 again, and I know it's kind of close, but I'm. It's not even about that. Like, some sexy songs for you is out. It is a successful album. You know what I'm saying? It might not be the numbers that Drake is we're used to Drake putting it up, but like I said in my video before, man, that 250 in the first week is nothing to sneeze at. Obviously, still staying in the top 5 or whatever it is chart position wise shows that it's successful. Kia is the song that seems to be the one that everybody is gonna run with from this. That's gonna run away from this, and that's cool. So you can argue again the semantics of where it is. I'm not here to argue chart position, who, so what. Successful album, maybe not the numbers that we're used to from Drake, but that's cool. And then he had told academics, according to academics, Drake had said that that some sexy songs for you. I'm looking at it. Was one of the first of 2 very important chapters in my life is what academics quoted Drake is saying. So we assume that one chapter is done, and we assume, I use the word assume, that the next chapter is a solo album. You know what I'm saying? I think regardless of where you stand with this, there's a lot of people who say, hey, I never liked Drake, I never listened to Drake. When he drops a solo, the vast majority and amount of people will listen, myself included. If you're here like, I never listened to Drake, I never liked Drake, I understand that. You're an outlier. You know what I'm saying? Like you're the majority of the people, the majority of hip hop, the majority of people who have tuned in are gonna want to listen to this solo album to hear what he has to say. So anyway, last night he did an Instagram post and he said, I grew up non-confrontational and always treated the game as a sport where my pen won gold. But these days the podium has been hard for all of us to ignore. I understand that this next chapter may leave you feeling uneasy, but I hope you see my honesty as clarity, not charity that answers some questions, especially about the unanswered texts you've been sending me. And I don't know what that means. I'm not going to pretend to know all of what that means. I mean, it's not a lyric. It's his caption, but it's kind of poetic in a sense. So Drake grew up non-confrontational. Okay. Yeah, I see it. I get that. And always treated this game as a sport where my pen won gold. He's definitely won gold for years, an unprecedented run. Nobody can argue that. And always treated this game as a sport. Like, definitely a competitive guy, even though he says he's non-confrontational. He definitely came into this game to be the best. From the very beginning, when we first met him, he talked about it, especially when he first started popping off with So Far Gone. And when that started taking off, definitely he was there to be the best and remind the audience and remind other rappers and everybody, that he had that top spot. So, non-confrontational, I guess, right? But treated the game as a sport, absolutely. When my pen won gold, absolutely. I know the joke in there is a lot of people, I can read the comments now, well, he doesn't write. He writes, you know what I'm saying? He don't write everything. But, I believe that he writes. I believe there's some stuff that he writes. There's some stuff that he gets help on. Not 100% sure, but that's what I believe. So, treat this game as a sport where my pen won gold. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But these days, the podium has been hard for all of us to ignore. That's a fact. I'm assuming if he's talking about the podium, which is that top spot, if we're all in the crowd and the podium is on the stage, that one thing with the microphone and the voice and everybody, all eyes on the podium, that podium has been hard for all of us to ignore. Absolutely, is why we all tune in. Is why you do anything that is about Drake or Kendrick on social media, any type of conversation, the numbers go through the roof. So he's right. And I understand that this next chapter may leave you feeling uneasy, but I hope you see my honesty as clarity. So, that's the part where it's like, okay, what are we expecting from this next album? My honesty may leave you feeling uneasy. What is he going to tell us? I think Drake is at his best, and I hope he's honest. It feels like this next solo album is going to determine where his career goes next and give insight into where he is mentally and where he is with his heart. He's at odds with UMG. He's at odds with Kendrick. He is or was at odds with Future. Then, of course, there's The Weeknd. Then there's Metro and others. He feels a way about LeBron. We heard it on Friday Irish Freestyle. I don't know that we'll get another in-depth interview from Drake ever again with anyone. Maybe. But it's usually in the lyrics that he tells us where he stands. So, and I'm a fan of the 8 a.m.s in Charlotte, the 6 p.m.s in New York, the 5 in Toronto, the 4s in Calabasas, the timestamp records. So I would love to see an album full of those. That's always been what I wanted as a fan from Drake, like just one album full of those type of raps. I think For All the Dogs came close in a lot of ways, especially the Scary Hours edition. But I don't know. I don't think we'll get that. When he says honesty, is it going to be more of, man, fuck everyone and everyone's against me, or will there be more nuanced reflection? Like I said, I wasn't mad at the Fighting Irish freestyle. I wasn't mad at him saying, damn, Bron, I thought you was my guy and this hurt me and da-da-da-da. I was mad at leaking LeBron's dirty laundry. I thought that was a step, like, unneeded and way too far. I wasn't mad at the expression of it, though. The expressiveness of him saying, yo, you was my friend, you hurt me. That's how he feels. That's honesty. So, if he's going to be honest and be honest all the way, and that's what Drake has always been great at the end of the day, as a fan, I just want the best music from the best artists. You know what I'm saying? I don't know when this album is coming. And, but I'm going to listen. And you're going to listen too. There are people in these comments who say, man, I'm not pressing play. I never listened to it. I never liked them. I'm not talking to you then. Like, you are an outlier. If you didn't listen to Views the first night it came out, if you didn't listen to if you're reading This Is Too Late, More Life, like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you didn't listen to these when they first came out, like, then you're not a fan. We're not talking to you. But everybody's curious. It speaks to the curiosity of people. They want to see where he goes next. Is he finished? Does he climb back on top? Does he resume the spot that he had before this battle? Those are the things that we kind of watch out for as hip hop fans and the competitive nature of this. So I'm interested. I don't know when the album is dropping. And I'm assuming this is about an album. This isn't even about an album, but I don't know when it's dropping. But when it does, I'm going to be there and press play. So let me know what you think, what you're expecting from it, what you're hoping from it, and hit me in the comments, all right? Till next time. Peace.